Hey, welcome to Book Spills and More. I'm Travis, and today I'm doing my monthly channel recap. So I'm going to be covering mostly January, but technically I restarted this channel back in December, so it's going to be kind of an odd first monthly recap. So when I restarted this channel, I actually created it several months ago, and I re-uploaded a Lonesome Dove Buddy Read Part 2, which was originally hosted on Trav's Bookshelf, and I just uploaded it to here, but I had no intention of making any more content at the time. I was just back as a comment viewer. But now that I decided to make content again, I actually started in December, even though I was going to wait till January. And I started with a bookish favorites tag. And then on New Year's Eve, or right before the first of the year, I did a video, a kind of reintroductory video there. But going into January, if you want to count up till now, I did a total of 17 videos. That's counting the Lonesome Dove, plus the 2 in December right before January, and then 14 in January. And just to kind of break it down on the bookish front, which is mostly a bookish channel, by the way, if you saw my reintroductory video, I did state that I do want this channel, at least for now, to be mostly a bookish channel. So the videos I had were the Lonesome Dove on the bookish front, the kind of intro video that I did, even though that's kind of miscellaneous, it kind of covers the whole channel. I'm just going to cover it as bookish because I said in that video that this was mostly a bookish channel. I also had a bookshelf tour that I did that I thought was appropriate to start out the new channel with. And I also did a couple of reading goal videos, which covered the Dark Tower series plan that I'm doing. I'm already in the middle of this year, and also the Jurassic Reading Challenge that I discovered through both Jay's channel, Faceless Book Reviews, and Cheryl at Candlewick Library. So I've started that, and I made a video, doing a TBR for that. I also did 4 book reviews this month. I did a review on a book that I read back in September 2025 called Why We Read by Shannon Reed. And I reviewed the 3 books so far that I've read this year, all of which go toward the Dark Tower series reading project that I'm doing. The Gunslinger, The Drawing of the Three, and an adjacent book called The Eyes of the Dragon, which is actually a standalone. I'm just calling it adjacent because it's part of the Dark Tower reading plan that I'm doing. I also did 3 book tags. In fact, my very first official video coming back to the channel was the Bookish Favorites tag. I also did the Reading in the Dark tag and the 8 Questions for Readers tag. Also, I did a haul video, which was mostly bookish related, but it did have jigsaw puzzles in there. But it was a video where I had gift cards to Books A Million, Barnes & Noble, and I ordered one from Amazon. But I got a couple of jigsaw puzzles at Barnes & Noble. The rest were all books, so I did a video like that. So sometimes the activities will mingle on this channel. On the build front, I only had 3 videos, and I think that was evenly paced. So I did my very first non-bookish related video, which was showing all the Lego sets in my collection that I have so far. And I also did 2 Lego review videos, one for an architecture of Trafalgar Square and one of the Ship in a Bottle. And also I did one little video as for the more part of this channel, which is just a way of saying miscellaneous, because the more is anything non-bookish or non-build related. It might be related in some way, but it might be more, of something else. But it's just something miscellaneous. But I did one video that I'm going to fall under this category, and that was my Snowpocalypse 2026 little video. It's a short little thing just displaying the snow around my neighborhood and on top of my Jeep that I now have to dig out. So yeah, that would something that would fall more under the more category on this channel. But I did that because I wanted to show what this channel is going to be about and my kind of vision for this new channel. Also, I said that I wanted to be a little bit more organized on this channel, and I've got playlists of all kinds of different, like I've um, did a playlist for all my book reviews, all the book tags, all my building videos. I even started one for the more or miscellaneous. I also have a bookish miscellaneous playlist for, like, I think the bookshelf tour and the introductory video, and I think the haul video as well. But also, just different categories like the Dark Tower series. I've got a playlist for that, and I'm also going to do one for the Jurassic Reading Challenge. So if you wanted to go to my page and look for specific videos in that way, I'm trying to break things down a little bit and make it more convenient on this channel for anyone interested in looking for any certain content. And something fun I want to do on these monthly recaps is do a book of the month and build of the month. And what that is just what book I like the most, what build I like the most of that month. And for my first month, sticking with the little kind of unorthodox way this first month is turning out to be already, I have a tie for book of the month, and that is The Gunslinger and The Eyes of the Dragon, both by Stephen King. So yeah, they were, even though I scored this one a little bit higher, this one, I think I still like this one better. So the rating may change on this one. For my build of the month, I only did two. I only did the two reviews between Trafalgar Square and The Ship in a Bottle. I have to go with The Ship in the Bottle because it's just the neater looking build to me. So I don't want to give any kind of actual TBRs. However, because I have two specific reading projects going on this year, I'm pretty much going to be showing what books I have planned to read. And right now I'm in the middle of The Talisman, which is continuing as part of my Dark Tower series reading project. I haven't gotten very far in it so far. I was hoping to knock some of this out yesterday, but I just wasn't in the mood to read yesterday after all. But I also plan after that one, following the order, to go back into the series with book 3, The Wastelands, whenever I get done with The Talisman. Also, for the Jurassic Reading Challenge, it's going to be the Triceratops month in February, which Triceratops having 3 horns, the criteria being read something part of a trilogy. And I'm going to read book 2 of Nicole Brona's book, Murderous Fairies, from her Midnight Detective Agency series. So I will have that as part of the Jurassic Reading Challenge. However, I have one more book after that to read, The Midnight Murders. What I'm thinking about doing is going ahead and completing this series, and here's why I may do that. Also, for my local book club, which I wasn't active in January because I was too busy trying to build this channel back up and get back into the swing of YouTube. But my local book club is doing a Queen of Hearts theme for February, and they have chosen, of course, Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. This is a 2-for-1 Alice in Wonderland and its sequel, Through the Looking Glass. And I may go ahead and just take care of this entire book, and that was the club's pick, but our personal pick is we have to have a book with a strong female character or romanticized female character. And I may go ahead and use the 3rd book of Nicole Brona's trilogy as that requirement. So this is called, because Tessa O'Hara is a Queen of Heart kind of character to me. I've only just read the 1st book, of course, but she's just a very, very cool character. And I think she would fit the bill for this club requirement. Looking ahead on the building front, I'm not really sure. That's a little bit more lax, a little bit more free flowing, so that way I can kind of plan a little bit more on what I want to do there. But I said earlier that I would like to do building vlogs eventually and reading vlogs, but especially building vlogs. But I'm not quite sure how I want to approach that yet. I have some ideas. I've been kind of practicing and playing around with some techniques, but I'm not quite sure what I want to do yet. I might do a jigsaw puzzle, might do another Lego set. That's the thing about building, is it's a little bit more free. I don't really have anything specific planned, so it's just one of those stay tuned and see kind of deals. And that's it. That's my monthly recap for January/December of 2026. or December 2025, whatever you want to say. But anyway, I'm having a lot of fun coming back to the channel. I've had a lot of content. It's the most I ever had in 1 month, even when I was Travis Bookshelf. And it's just been pretty busy. It might mellow out a little bit now as I kind of go back into a more even pace, because it's not going to be very consistent. I just don't thrive on consistency. It's just not how I roll. But anyway, that's it. I'll let you go now, and I hope this was enjoyable, and I hope to see you in the next video.